I know this is a weird thing to get transfixed on, but do the brains in the ants grow and they become smarter when Ant-Man makes them grow to where they become human size? Because they're clearly using power tools in here, and I'm trying in the Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I'm trying to figure out why that actually is and how that makes sense. Or maybe it's just a comic book film and I need to get over it. Welcome, everybody. This is the Film Glutton, and this is AMC Stubs A-List, my first week adventure, plus some MoviePass bullshit. All right, so I told you last week I was buying Antman and the Wasp. I'll talk about that a little bit. But I've been able to use my AMC A-List twice this week, and MoviePass has some news, so I wanted to get through kind of all that really quickly. First off, let's get through the bad stuff first, which unfortunately all comes from MoviePass. MoviePass, I just got the email today for peak pricing. They still haven't explained stuff about the 3D or the IMAX alternatives, which is supposed to be the selling point. And right now the peak pricing, I saw a rumor on the internet that somebody had talked to their customer service and they were saying that you could do an IMAX or 3D, but when you select on it, that surcharge was going to be just kind of like the remainder price of the ticket. So I guess they factor whatever maybe a matinee price would be and then minus it, and then it charges your card. But I don't know. I haven't gotten anything official from MoviePass for that. Their peak pricing stuff is more specific. It says on their app they're going to have a little red lightning icon next to peak pricing, quote unquote. I'm doing air quotes. You can't see that because I record. Don't use video. And what's funny about it is all the examples they're using are just evening showings. So just non-matinee. So once again, kind of like I was talking about last week, I'm just going to be using MoviePass just for evening because this is way too complex and extra money that I did not factor into my movie-going experience, bottom line. It says a gray icon will be, it's almost selling out, or almost is peak pricing. So kind of like when you look at Expedia, it says, oh, you only have the 2 reservations left on this one or whatever. When it's actually red, that means there will be an extra charge, and then it'll click on the screen. It'll confirm the fact that you will need to charge your card for the remainder amount. Again, it doesn't give specifics. In fact, it says, in quote, note, the actual peak pricing surcharge will vary based on showtime and movie title. So people that live in areas where tickets are a lot cheaper, you're probably going to be a lot safer than people like me that lives in cities where movies are generally more expensive. So we'll probably get hit really hard. So, like I said, I mean, I want to keep my MoviePass around just for this YouTube channel to give you guys more information, to try it on the peak pricing, to see if there's any advantages. I also like to keep it for some of the indie theaters. There's a couple of cool indie theaters that obviously the A-List would not work at that would be great to be able to go see. So right now I'm keeping it around, but I keep getting closer and closer to the edge of being like, it's just not even worth it. This peak pricing, I don't need to sit here and do math to try to figure out if I'm going to actually go see a movie. I mean, I'm already used to being at for concessions, being like, okay, what can I afford to buy tonight when I actually go to the movie? But you know what? If I can't afford to get anything, when I went to see Sicario last week or a couple days ago, I just didn't get anything. I said, okay, that's my budget. I'm just going to go see a movie. MoviePass is kind of taking that away from me unless I only want to go to matinees, is what it looks like. I did admit that I looked on my own app just to see. First off, the IMAX and the 3D are still blacked out. They're still grayed out. So peak pricing has definitely not affected those as of yet. But I also didn't see any peak pricing surge icons on my app. Now, of course, I'm checking it early Friday morning, so maybe Friday nights before going out. If you guys have it, check it out, see if it's started then or if it's just taking a while to get this stuff on a roll. I do like all the feedback I'm getting from everybody else, from other A-listers and MoviePass subscribers. I loved hearing about everyone's unique experience. That's the point of this, is for us as a community to come together, because all these subscription services There's going to be one specifically for you. It's not like one is actually better than all the rest of them. I mean, I got a friend that doesn't go that often that just loves his MoviePass because he doesn't want to spend more than $10 a month. He just doesn't go enough. I love the A-List. Let me get to that now. A-List first week. I've used it twice. I used it for Sicario a couple days ago, which is a great film. That review is officially on my website, thefilmglutton.com, if you want to check out that written review. Yes, there is unfortunately no confessions on that one because, again, budget. I was being very tight on that one. I just wanted to go see a movie and just wanted to try out my A-List. I used it much like I always use my MoviePass because, you always wait till you go to the theater. I just got up, super late, and it was like a 10:15 showing, so I just drove down there and happened to be right next to the theater, clicked on the ticket. It was easy peasy. I selected it. And also I heard a rumor that once the movie starts, like the time starts, so if it's 10:15 is when it started, it would be blocked out right after that, even if it's in trailers. That wasn't the case in my situation, so I don't know if it's supposed to be, but the movie had technically started. It was in trailers. I went ahead and bought it and just walked right in. I showed them my app, and they just scanned the app. I did have my ID ready on both nights when I saw Antman earlier last night. Technically I'm still awake, so tonight, whatever you want to call it, and then Tuesday night with Sicario, I did have my ID ready. They didn't ID me either time. I don't want to get any AMC employees in trouble, but they didn't ID me. But again, I had my phone, so what did I steal somebody's phone? Anyways, I guess you could download it, whatever, blah, 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 blah. They didn't ID me. I went right in, saw the movie. It was a great experience. And then also to add a little bit of complexity and a learning lesson, my original tickets, if you saw the last episode, was for Antman and the Wasp. I tried the Dolby AMC Prime, which, oh my God, just as a side note, it was so amazing to return to AMC Prime. I mean, I did catch Infinity Wars a couple months ago and I paid extra just to go catch it in Prime, but God, it feels so good every time I watch a movie in there. My friend leaned over as it was starting. He's like, God, this is exciting. I was like, I know, right? And I saw it with Carlos, in case you watch my other shows. He's my DC glutton buddy. Anyways, and he goes, do you prefer IMAX or this? And I go, I prefer this because the Dolby Atmos surround sound. All the gimmicks, the great seats are nice. There's a lot of the gimmickry with some of that stuff, but that's all cool. I enjoy it, but the truth is the large screen, the picture quality is amazing, and that sound, you cannot beat that sound. But anyways, so Carlos is the one that actually made me bump my tickets. I had it for the 9 p.m. and he says, you know what? I can't do it then. Can you go to a later time? I was like, I've already bought it through A-List. I don't know how easy that's going to be. Well, I found out, and it's easy peasy. Made me more of an A-lister. I went into the reservation. It says you have a reservation coming up for Antman and the Wasp at 9 p.m. I hit cancel that reservation. It canceled it right away. Okay, I did go in to make sure the 11:45 had a few seats, so I wasn't going to get screwed. But anyways, then I went in. I just canceled it. Bam. There was no charges affiliated with it, so it just said, okay, you have 2 reservations still open. I went into the 11:45, select the seat. Bam. Within 5 minutes, just like when I had signed up for A-List and then bought my Antman and the Wasp tickets, same thing. Within 5 minutes, I had changed my movie tickets and everything was set to go. I could text Carlos, say, this was my seat. I'm F5. Can get one near me. And he was able to do that. So, and then when we got to the theater, I just took out my phone, showed it to him. Again, I had my ID. They just scanned my phone. That was it. And then because I had it all right there on my app, I just kept my phone out so we could go through the AMC Stubs line, go right up, get my food. Funny side note, for anyone who does happen to read any of my reviews, you might know that I've been trying to try the AMC sliders to review it for my Concessions Confessions. This is the third strike. I don't know if these sliders are made of gold or if they just don't know how to keep proper inventory. Probably the latter, because they still didn't have it. But I try something even better. I'll probably throw a little picture up I took of that, because that review will be on today or tomorrow. It might take a couple days. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I got it, all the work that goes with it. But I'll throw a little sneak peek of what I did eat, if you can make it out by the picture. I'm just gonna say that it might have had chicken. It might have had waffles. It might have had a little bit of syrup flavor. Might have had some French fries. Anyways, it was. I'll write a review on that one with Antman and the Wasp. In terms of Antman and the Wasp itself, it was cool. It was what you wanted. It was a solid hit. It was like, I don't want to say that they bunted it. It was a safe film. It was a breath of fresh air. It's exactly what I thought they were going to do after Infinity War. We were getting a little tired of some of the Marvel films because they were kind of going over some of the same patterns. This one, even though it did do that, it came right after the gut punch that was Infinity War. So it was a nice breath of fresh air. So it was a lot of fun. And I'm a sucker for Paul Rudd. He's amazing. So, it didn't knock it out of the park, but it was well worth the ticket. Not just because I'm an A-lister and I didn't pay for it. It was well worth the entire experience. I only had spaced days off this week, spaced out days off. So, it was a great way to spend one of my short amount of times, downtimes, was to go see this movie. So it was a lot of fun. I definitely laughed. Not as much as I think they wanted me to in the film, but I did laugh. So go catch it and go to filmglutton.com to check out my reviews. And I think that covers it so far. A-List success. I love you, AMC Stubs A-List. You are amazing. MoviePass, I don't know what you're doing. You're playing with my heart. I'm going to keep you around just to see, because there's definitely a lot of indie theaters around me, but we got to. And did you guys see that they now have MoviePass swag? Did you see this? Now you're bringing this out? You're bringing out hats the same MoviePass and shirts the same. It's not even like creative ones. Like, do like a movie logos where you put MoviePass over it or something. It just says MoviePass. Get your swag. It's their way of trying to make money, but it's expensive and I don't need that. Create a deal with it where I get an extra snack with it or something. Then I'll buy it. I used to buy, when I lived in Arizona, I bought the Harkins popcorn t-shirts. I advertised Harkins and I got the free popcorn every time I went. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so that's it, guys. Check out Antman and the Wasp. Sicario was a lot of fun. That review is online. It was really cool. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was cool. A-List is thumbs up. MoviePass is kind of thumbs down. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I have to add this on. The other MoviePass news that hit big was how bad it is doing overall. It went down 14 points earlier this week. The big thing was, it wasn't just how bad it dropped in the stock market, because I watched the MoviePass stock and everything too. NASDAQ has officially put them on notice. They've been under $1. In order to be on NASDAQ, the stock value has to be over $1. And they've been under $1 for so long now that NASDAQ has literally put them in a corner and said, MoviePass, if you do not shape up by December, we're taking you off NASDAQ. So just like I thought earlier this year, the MoviePass would not make it through the end of this year, I'm still holding to that. They won't make it through to the end of this year. Guys, I'm sorry to say that. That's just me. We'll see. The great stock market gods will decide, and peak pricing gods will too. Anyways, this is the Film Glutton reminding you to never turn down an upgrade. Have a good night, folks.